Hello, hello. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get started. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, and just letting the body do whatever it feels like. Okay, we'll plant the feet on the floor and give ourselves a little shake so the knees are soft. Relax the shoulders. Imagine an upward pull through the crown. And let the body react however it wants to. So I'm adding like a little side to side. And let's just let the shake move through the whole body, mind, relaxing into it. A few more. Perfect. Okay, we can open up the feet a little more and we'll swing side to side. So keeping the eyes open, letting the head follow the movement. And make sure you have enough room. You can really whip the arms around without worrying about hitting anything. Okay, same movement, but we'll tap beside the belly button and then somewhere on the low back. And remember, you can tap like actually striking the body, or you can hover over if you don't want to hit. And you can have a fist or an open hand. Again, the eyes are open and we're letting the head turn. Okay, our next position, around lung one, so the chest wall close to the shoulder wall, and the back hand can go wherever it wants. But if you're tapping the kidneys, make sure it's not too hard. It's super gentle. Okay, now our last one, we're going to use the inside of the hand. So the thumb is kind of tucked in, and we're using the index finger side. And we're going to do a little chop on this hard muscle here that holds a lot of tension. So this is, there's a point associated with the gallbladder. So this is to move things down, so to ground ourselves and really let go. And we'll see if we can do it with the swinging. Okay, come back to center because sometimes I find it's hard to really get it while swinging. Let's just go ahead and just tap, tap, tap. So get that thick muscle over here. I know for me it gets tense pretty often, so we'll just do one side at a time. If it feels good, you can sigh. Feel the feet on the floor. And then if you like, if it feels okay, we can go up the side of the neck. So move the head to the side and just go up and down the side of the neck a few times. Okay. Now, since we're tapping, we might as well keep tapping. The chest wall, palm faces forward. Inner arm, spend a little time at the elbow. Forearm, wrist, palm of the hands, flip it, back of the hands, outer wrist, come up, Spend a little time outer elbow. Come up. And then we'll just switch hands and we'll go back to our little choppy hand and get the muscle on the other side. So of course, feel where you need it. So you can go side to side a little until you find the spot that, oh yeah, that's the place. And remember, you go as hard or soft, or you can even hover if you don't want to make contact. Okay, now up the side of the neck. So we can move the head to the side and just go up and down the neck. Obviously, a little more gently. I mean, for me, anyways, you see what you like. Okay, so now we'll bring it more to an open palm, or you could do the fist if you prefer. Shoulder well. Inner arm, get the elbow. Forearm, wrist. Palm of the hand. Back of the hand. Outer wrist. Come up, outer elbow. Come back up. And now we'll just tap the chest gently. Tap the lower ribs. Tap the hip bones and the bones of the pelvis. Go down the fronts of the legs, up the backs of the legs. Get the low back and kidneys. And then again, lung channel, inner arm. Just a little quicker, outer arm. And across, other side. Lung channel, inner arm. Back of the hand, outer arm. And across. Okay, so now we'll do the whole massage. So starting with warming up those hands. Separate. Inhale as we move in. Exhale as we move out. Do a few at our own pace. Palms over the eyes. Long, deep breaths. We can imagine lighting up the eyes, the brain, our skin, our cells, our bones. Feel the top of the palm on the eyebrow bone, the bottom of the palm on the cheekbone, and let's make circles. Other direction. Face massage. Warm up the hands again. Get them hot, 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 hot. And then place them over the ears. Okay, warm up the hands again. So the ears are associated with winter, which makes sense because they get so cold. So that's a good little trick to keep in mind. Okay, separate. Inhale, move in. Exhale, move out. Go with your breath. Head massage. Get the base of the skull and pinch out the back of the neck, going all the way into the shoulder line. Sweep down the front of the neck. Okay, so let's keep working this tough muscle here. So we'll do like a little slap and pull. So like we're just pulling out any tension, stress, any weight on our shoulders. You can use the exhale if you like as you pull out. A couple more. Now, same concept, but that muscle like at the base of the neck. So we can kind of like slap, give it even a little squeeze. I don't know if you can see like a little squeeze, and then pull it out. Couple more. Okay. Upper chest circle. Middle chest. Belly beat. Legs. Get those knees. Shins. We make our C shape. Squeeze as we go down. Loosely. Come on. Calves. Backs of the knees. Come on up. Kidneys and low back. Okay, so now we'll do our lung channel massage. We basically already did it, but a little more precise. So under the collarbone until we hit the shoulder bone, we move down a little. Massage lung 1. Point of connection. Up the shoulder, down the arm, around the thumb, turn down. Tip of the index, come up in between. Inhales, we cross, nourishing the internal organs. Exhale, brush away. Other side, so we go under the collarbone, have the palm facing forward, it makes it easier. We hit the shoulder bone, move down a little, massage, massage, massage. Okay, up the shoulder, down the arm, around the thumb, turn the palm down, tip the index, come up in between the arm, cross, inhaling, nourishing, exhaling, brushing away. Now we get to tap again. So starting from the head, down the face, down the front of the body, up the backs of the legs, get the kidneys and low back, lung channel meridian, flip the hand, large intestine side, and across, other side. And across. Perfect. Okay. So let's continue our warm up. So we'll bring the feet together, go into our side bends, shoulders back and down. So let's remind ourselves of the aura meditation. So each inhale, we fill up with fresh energy. We can imagine filling up from the crown of the head. Each exhale, we can imagine the space around us getting a little bigger and a little brighter as we let go, let go, let go, let go. Okay, so let's inhale, fill up. Exhale, one ear towards one shoulder and let yourself hang as much as comfortable. Inhale back to center. Exhale, other side. You can always take an extra breath wherever you need it. Inhale back to center. And let's do one more round just on our own. Okay, when we come back to center, take your time if you're still going. Open up the feet, come into a little horse stance. So we'll rotate with the waist. Let's keep our eyes open for this one. Hands about shoulder level. Inhale. All of that fresh energy. Exhale from the waist. Turn, 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 letting go. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. And do one more on our own. Okay, back to center. Rub the hands together. Warm up the low back. And slide up over the kidneys. Bend the knees. Circle those hips so we can inhale back, exhale forward. This is so good, not just for the hips, but for the whole back, the whole length of the back, the spine. This is a good one, like if something just feels like a little off and you're kind of not sure what's going on, or even just to get a little more limber. Thank you for the hearts. Okay, change direction. Okay, back to center. Bring the feet together. So our knee rotation. So first we'll massage those knees. So you could use the fingertips, or you could even use the knuckles, or it could be a flat palm. See what you like. And I like to take the opportunity to send some love and appreciation to those knees. Okay, hands on the knees. Let's circle. Other direction. Okay, back to center. Give ourselves a little shake. Okay, let's start Philip Ly's 8 health investment exercises. So starting with low cleansing to release any disturbed energy. So we inhale, gather up some earth energy, bring it to the heart. Exhale, open up and let go. Open the chest. Inhale, palms up overhead, collecting some fresh energy. Exhale, turn the palms down. Inhale, chest level. Exhale, elbows back. Inhale into the palms. Exhale, press down. Open up the feet into a horse stance. Inhales, we collect some fresh energy. Give it to the lungs, the liver, all the internal organs. Okay, we turn to the side, one hand at the hip, one hand bent, looking at the palm. We'll inhale again because I'm talking so much. In, turn the palm, out, extend, and you can bend the knees a little more. In, out. Okay, in, gather that energy. Out, extend. In, out. Let's do it one more time each side. In, out, in, bend, out, in, gather, out, in, out. Okay, step all the way in, gather up all that energy. Exhale, press down. So we're giving it to ourselves, strengthening the whole body, mind. And then when we drop the fingertips, we're just letting go anything we don't need. Okay, my favorite. So this stretches the spine really, really well. And it also helps us with our emotional regulation. So in, out, stretch up and down. So top palm is up, bottom palm is down, the fingers and the head all facing the same direction. Stretch, stretch, stretch. We're touching heavenly cloud. With your next inhale, sweep the palms. Out, stretch up and down, fingers and head pointing the same direction. Stretch, stretch, stretch. In, gather in. Out, press down. Start with the other arm. In, out, stretch up and down. In, sweep the palms. Out, stretch. In, gather in. Out, press down. Open up the feet. So this exercise and the next, we'll imagine letting go down through the earth. Shoulders back and down. We have a couple of lemons or eggs under the armpits. So just a little space so the energy can flow. We use our eyes so the eyes are open. In, out, look over the shoulder. Into center. Out, other side. In, hands on the kidneys. Out. In, out. In, hands in front of the chest. Out. In, and out. Gathering. Exhale, press down. Okay, so in, we interlace. Out, overhead. In, the palms up and up on the toes if we can. So we stay on the toes, out, palms down. In, fill up. Out to the side. In, center. Out to the other side. In, center. Gather in. Palms come down and the heels come down. Out. Nice. Okay, so we open up. Open up the feet. Hands and loose fists come to the hips. In, we cross in from the lower body. So we're releasing, brushing away any imbalances, blockages, whatever it may be in the lower centers. So again, I'm talking a lot, so we can inhale again. Exhale, brush away. In front of the chest, out to the hips. Turn the head. In, the fist comes up. Out, punch. Rotate the wrist, come back to center. Turn the head. In, the fist comes up. Out, punch. Rotate the wrist, come back to center. Take a full breath, maybe sit in your horse stance a little more. In, cross in front of the lower body. Out, brush away. In front of the chest. Out to the hips. In front of the chest. Step in. Gather the energy. Press down. Okay, rotate the wrists. Elbows bent, knees bent. Inhale. Exhale, stretch through the arms, the legs, and the spine. Inhale, turn the palms up, soften the knees. Out and from the low belly. In and from the chest. Out overhead. In, stretch. Out, fold. So bend the knees as much as you need to. We're going to grab the toes if we can, but if you can't grab the toes with the hands, you just lift the toes by themselves. So I'll say which toe and which meridians are associated with it, and we'll just each lift the individual toes with our exhalations. Okay, so big toe, liver and spleen. Second toe, stomach. Third toe, stomach. Fourth toe, gallbladder. And the last toe, urinary bladder. Okay, hang loosely. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Really letting go. When you're ready, roll up. Hands come to the back, lean back. Okay, gather in. Press down. Okay, so our eighth movement is to gather that spiritual energy. So we inhale, chest level. Exhale, open up. So releasing anything that's weighing on our spirits. Inhale to the third eye, gathering fresh energy, insight, intuition. Exhale to the heart. Inhale, fill up this space. Exhale, open up. Inhale, third eye. Exhale to the side, palms up. Inhale, heart level. Exhale, open. Inhale, third eye. Exhale, heart. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, open up. Inhale, third eye. Exhale, other side, collecting that spiritual energy. Inhale, back to center, gather in. Exhale, press down. Okay, rest the hands on the low belly. So underneath the belly button, like 2 or 3 inches. And we'll just take a little moment before we do Qigong for hormones. We can use this as an opportunity to ground ourselves even more. See if we can feel the breath beneath the hands and the feet on the floor. Okay, inhale. Exhale, drop the hands. Inhale, chest level. Exhale, backs of the hands and the arms forward. Inhale, make little cups. Come to the hips. We exhale, stretch back and kind of flatten the hands. Inhale, back to the hips. Exhale, forward. Inhale, third eye. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, third eye. Exhale in front of the chest. Inhale, make the cups. Come to the hips. Exhale, stretch back. Inhale, back to the hips. Exhale, forward. Turn the hands like we're going around a big ball. Take a full breath. Inhale, third eye. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, third eye. Exhale in front of the chest. Gather in. And exhale, press down. Okay, one more thing before we do our closing. So now we'll play with the hovering. So not touching the body, just hovering over. So we'll start at the heart. Bottom hand faces forward. So we start at the heart. We go up the shoulder, down the arm. So it's the massage we always do, our lung channel, large intestine, but just hovering. Turn the hand down. Come up the back of the hand, back of the arm, to the chest, and then we'll just switch hands from the heart up the shoulder, down the inner arm. And when you come down the arm, instead of reaching the top hand over, you can pull your bottom hand back. So it's all very easy. Up the back of the hand to the heart, and then switch. So you breathe through it any way you like. So this is really good for letting go. We're working with the lungs, the large intestine, and also the heart. So it's normal. We all hold on to things. We all have things that weigh on our hearts. So just very, 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 very gently moving that stuff, whatever it may be. So you can continue this movement just like this, like kind of static. Or if it feels good for you, you can kind of add a little more movement, like give yourself a little more flow. So play around in whatever way feels good. Let's let it be like a meditation in motion. And we'll just do a few more. Encouraging anything that's stuck. Any stuck energy, thoughts, feelings, reactions, whatever it may be, to just gently move, gently dislodge. Okay, we'll come out of it. This time, let's place the hands on the heart. Just take a little moment. Relaxing into the beat of our own hearts. We can slightly tilt the chin down to the heart. Okay, gently release the hands. So let's gather energy into the lower dantian. Exhale, press the hands forward, letting go. Two more. Now same thing, but we add a ha and a little jump forward if that's comfortable. Two more. Ha. And now three smooth. Okay, gather in. Exhale, press down. Scoop up a big handful of energy. Give it to the lower dantian. Twice more. And with the last time, we can just do a little rub of the low belly. Okay, we'll close with a bow. So we'll step the feet together. Bring the hands up, the arms up, come into prayer. Down to the chest and bow, paying respect to all beings, praying for world peace, and promoting unconditional love. Come up when you're ready. Press down. And we close with a clap. Cheering for ourselves, each other, and you clap loud and hard. I'm doing it softly because I don't want to mess up the sound. And we're also activating all the meridians through the hands. Wonderful. So thank you for joining me in that Qigong practice. I hope you enjoyed it. And if ever there's any questions, you just let me know. And I also love doing it with you because then I get it done for myself as well. So thank you so much. Okay, if you have anything to use as a strap, so it could be a yoga strap or it could be a scarf, so many things, a belt, a tie. So find something to use as a strap. We'll use it a bit later when we're lying down. And for now, let's come to sitting. If you want to put socks on or any extra clothing, go right ahead. And if you want to get whatever you might need for relaxation now, so you don't have to get up again, totally makes sense. Go for it. Okay, so we'll start with our twist. So you can either have the bottom leg extended, and I should mention we can absolutely be sitting on something. So you kind of have to check your back. So if you're like very rounded here and you can't lengthen yourself up easily, like you might be able to do it, but it's a lot of strain, then just sit on something. And this long leg, you can absolutely have the knee bent. It'll make it easier to have the spine long. If you have a blanket or something, you can put it under the knee and then you can kind of rest the leg on the blanket, but you'll still have that bend to make it easier on the back. So do what you can to make yourself comfortable, okay? All right, so the top leg is either inside or outside. Let's start by interlacing around the knee. And the foot, we do our best to have it parallel to the edge of the mat and to press the foot into the floor so it's active. Okay, proud open chest, long deep breaths. Two more. Okay, we twist towards the bent leg so you can catch it with the elbow or the hand. The elbow inside or outside. Back hand comes behind. We can keep the chin in line with the sternum. And long deep breaths. Okay, back to center. Pick up the top leg, give it a rock. Circle. Other direction. Foot comes inside the thigh. You might be losing my leg a little bit, but it's still here. You can absolutely put a block or some blankets underneath. And this knee can stay bent if it likes being bent. If you have your blanket, just keep it there. Okay, so we'll start with a little twist towards the other side. Think of shifting the belly and then the rib cage. Okay, so now we'll face the leg and have our sternum over the leg. Sorry, excuse me. Sternum in line with the leg. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And if you want, if it feels good for today, exhale, tilt. If you have any kind of disc herniation or a slipped disc, stay upright. Okay, so just go wherever you want to go. We're taking at least 5 breaths. Okay, press the legs down. Inhale, come back up, and let's switch sides. So we're starting with the twist. So the bottom leg extended, top leg inside or outside. We try to have the foot of the top leg in line with the edge of the mat, but if it makes your knee feel funny, just forget it, okay? Press the foot into the floor, and the foot of your long leg is also engaged, toes point towards us. Interlace, proud, open chest, long, deep breaths. Massaging the internal organs. Take it into the twist. Keep those legs active. Come back to center. Pick up the leg, give it a rock. Circle. Other direction. Okay, foot inside the thigh. So if your leg is like hanging, put something under there so it can just relax into the support. All right, so we twist towards the long leg. Come back to center. Sternum over the bottom leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tilt. Go with the breath. Okay, come out of it when you're ready. So we'll make our way down onto the back. So if you have any extra clothing you want to put on or anything you need for the relaxation, grab it. And again, we have something to use as a strap. We're just going to sneak in one more leg stretch. That's really great for the pelvis. So this could be really helpful if you have some low back things going on, and it's just helpful in general for everybody. Okay, so before we get into it, let's just do single knee tuck. So we inhale the feet on the floor, exhale, one knee to chest. Just go side to side, exhaling as we pull the knee to chest. Okay, next time we have a knee to chest, let's grab whatever we're using as a strap and bring it around the foot. Hopefully it's nice and long. I should have mentioned that before. So hopefully it's long enough that you can comfortably have the elbows on the floor. So I'm just going to make mine a little longer. There we go. Okay, so you can comfortably have the elbows on the floor, and the leg is wherever it needs to be so that it can be straight. Okay, so we start pressing up through the heel, down through an imaginary back pocket, and then the thigh bone forward like we want it to go through the hamstring. We'll take a couple breaths here. Okay, now internally rotate the leg, so point the toes towards the opposite shoulder. Keep pressing in the three directions, up, down, forward through the hamstring. And then if it feels okay in your body and if you can keep the legs straight, we can kind of just like slightly walk the fingers up the strap and bring the leg a little closer. So it might not even be a visible change, and that's fine. You'll definitely be feeling it, probably. So just find where it works for you. Let's take a set of breaths. Okay, release. And just rock the knees side to side. Okay, come back to center. Just a couple rounds of single knee tuck. So exhale, pull a knee to chest. Exhale, inhale, put it down. Exhale, other knee to chest. Inhale, put it down. Do a few. Okay, when you have the other leg at the chest, go ahead and loop the strap. And by the way, I should have said before, but if you don't have a strap or don't like using something, you could do this also just with the leg up. So find the point where it can be comfortably straight. Arms are relaxed, elbows on the floor. Press up through the heel, down through the back pocket, and forward through the hamstring. Take a few breaths. Okay, internally rotate the leg. So you have the toes pointing to the opposite shoulder. We keep pressing up, down, and forward. And then if it feels good, we can kind of walk the fingers up the strap and bring the leg a little closer to the torso. Wherever we are, let's breathe through it. Okay, let it go. Knees to chest. Go into any version of twists that you like. Okay, come back center. Let's get ourselves ready for relaxation. So you pick the position you like for today. I'm doing my usual. The feet wide, knees bent, leaning one into the other. Chin gently tucked in. Arms alongside, palms facing up. Do whatever you need to get as warm and comfortable as possible. Let's give ourselves permission to relax. Okay. Let's gently wake the body up. Give ourselves a full body stretch once it feels good. You can yawn or fake a yawn. Knees to chest, a few double knee tucks. So inhale the knees away, exhale to the chest. Okay, rock side to side. All the way to one side. And with the strength of the arms, press up. Make your way into any comfortable seated position. Now we'll just take a little moment with ourselves before we close. Hand on the heart, hand on the relaxing into the beat of our own hearts, into the natural movement of breath, into the here and if you like, we can close with a bow. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've had a good practice and I hope you have an amazing weekend. So I'll see you next week. Stay warm if you're somewhere where it's cold and take care. Thank you again.